Peace. Lee, coming back at you on behalf of sallyMyers.com and also our online metaphysical store, L9shop.com. I want to make this video for my YouTube subscribers because I've never made a video explicitly talking about how to decalcify the pineal gland. So I'm going to lay out about 9 tips, 9 ways you can do so. And once again, if you do at least about 5 of them, you'll notice a major improvement in your third eye. Now, the third eye is connected to the pineal gland. Every gland is connected to a particular chakra. So the pineal gland is connected to what's called the brow or the third eye chakra. Now, the benefits of activating your third eye or decalcifying your third eye is you're going to increase your dream recall, you'll increase your dream lucidity, you'll also increase your psychic powers, intuition, all that good stuff. You're also going to have more intuitive thoughts and more downloads, as we like to put it. Your imaginations get off the ringer. If you ever seen the movie Limitless, he took that pill. What he was doing was basically activating his third eye. So if you want to see a movie that directly relates to the pineal gland or the third eye, check out the movie Limitless. So next, I want to get into 9 ways to decalcify your pineal gland. What I recommend is you pick a few ways and start there, and you'll notice improvement after so much time. So the first few ways to decalcify the pineal gland is related to food or nutrition. And the very first way I want to talk about is consuming more alkaline foods and limited acidic forming foods. If you Google or look up information related to food, you'll notice that food breaks down into 2 different ashes, either alkaline and acidic. Alkaline is very charging and electrifying. Acidic is very draining and takes away the electricity, if you would. So whenever you consume more alkaline foods, it's automatically going to decalcify the pineal gland because you're taking in natural foods. And that's a key word for alkaline foods is alkaline foods are natural. So these are your fruits, vegetables, some nuts, herbs, spices, but anything that basically comes from earth hasn't been manipulated by man, manufactured in a way, bunch of additives and stuff like that. One rule of thumb is if you cannot read what's on the label or you're reading the ingredients in something and it's names that you cannot pronounce, they're more like scientific names, that's a surefire way letting you know that you're consuming acidic forming foods. Like I said, natural foods are very simple. They're going to be like fruits, vegetables are the main ones, but the closer you can get to consuming the mostly alkaline foods and staying away from acidic forming foods is automatically going to decalcify your pineal gland. So increasing alkaline foods, limiting acidic forming foods is the first tip on decalcifying the pineal gland. Second tip, and it directly relates to food as well, is you want to consume alkaline water. The water in the tap is common knowledge that is hideous. You know what I'm saying? As a small experiment, take a glass of water from the tap, just your regular tap water, your fountain, your sink. Take a regular glass of water and then take a bottle of water, put it in another glass that's the same glass, and compare the two. You'll see floaties and all kinds of weird stuff in your tap water, and the bottled water is usually pure. But to make it really pop for you, consume alkaline water. Even at our local grocery store, Kroger's, if you're from Ohio, you're very familiar with Kroger's, they have their own alkaline water. Because it's so popular now and it's so mainstream knowledge that the tap water isn't beneficial for us, consumers have spoke up, and now Walmart, Kroger, some of these major retailers and major grocery stores are carrying alkaline water. So I highly suggest that you consume as much alkaline water as possible. Definitely avoid tap water, which has a heavy dose of fluoride in it, but you want to stay away from tap water, consume alkaline water. Another thing you could do to make your water alkaline is to put a lime or lemon in it. So if you're going to restaurants, usually they're serving tap water, have them put lemon in your water. If you're at the crib and you don't have alkaline water, put a lemon in there and that'll make your water alkaline. So consuming alkaline water, second tip on decalcifying the pineal gland. Third tip for decalcifying the pineal gland, and it's the third one dealing with nutrition, is I recommend that you do some sort of fasting. And the easiest fast to do is a juice fast. Juice fast is basically consuming 100% real juice or juicing your own fruits and vegetables, and that's all you eat. You don't really eat, you just drink juice. That's why it's called juicing. Now, I don't recommend this for you if you've been heavily consuming the standard American diet, or you're badly out of shape, or you have a major health problems. Obviously, you may want to consult your doctor before starting a fast, but for the most part, most traditional doctors are probably going to discourage you from doing a fast. But if you're in decent health, I recommend you start doing a juice fast. Now, you may say, how long should you fast for? Me personally, the very first time I did a juice fast, I did it for 7 days. And after that, I've done the 7-day juice fast numerous times. The last fast I did was, I want to say, about 4 days of consuming nothing but fruit juices or vegetable juices. But you can start out for just 1 day. Get your body acclimated to it, because it's going to be something different. What you'll notice is, especially if you do it for longer than 3 days, by the 3rd day, you won't have any hunger pains. Surprisingly enough, your stomach will not even growl. But it's something you have to do in order to experience, because you're watching this video, you may have heard other people talking about juicing, and they tell you, man, the benefits are great. You have so much energy, you're not tired and stuff like that. And it may not make sense to you, but until you undergo a juicing, you'll notice the benefits are tremendous. And like I said, you won't have any hunger pains, your stomach won't growl, you won't even be hungry. Whenever I break a fast, it's just because I miss food, I miss consuming, munching, crunching, you know what I mean? You miss that texture in your mouth or whatever. So it's very easy to do, but it's something you may want to do a little bit more research on. But whenever you juice fast, it's automatically going to decalcify your pineal gland, because your organs, your body can function the way it's supposed to do is by breaking down stuff and repairing cells and regenerating your body. So whenever you put your body in a state where it's fasting, it's automatically going to repair everything that's wrong with you. One of the things that's quote unquote wrong with us is a calcified pineal gland. So juicing will automatically decalcify your pineal gland. So 3rd tip, juice fast or some sort of fasting. 4th tip is to avoid mercury fillings, especially if you're going to the dentist, you have cavities, they're filling cavities and stuff like that. You want to avoid mercury fillings. Nowadays, most dentists will give you the option of not receiving mercury because they know mercury is toxic. Now, I'm pretty sure you only have to request it anymore. It's that mainstream. But if you're going to a dentist, if you want to make sure, like, hey, yo, I don't want any mercury fillings, they'll give you a substitute for that. If you already have mercury fillings, you can go to a holistic dentist and they can remove that for you. What I noticed with myself, always basically having dental problems ever since a youth. I was one of those kids that every time I went to the dentist, no matter how many times I brushed my teeth, no matter how much I flossed, every time I went to the dentist as a youth, they said I had cavities. So I got a bunch of mercury fillings. What I noticed when I started taking this metaphysical path, started changing my diet, started fasting, started meditating, started, doing spiritual work, I noticed that my teeth, the teeth with the mercury fillings are starting to chip off and break off, where I was having to go back to the dentist and get them refilled. So you may notice, especially if you've been on the path of enlightenment, the path to spiritual mastery, that your mercury fillings are starting to fall out or starting to break off because it's not conducive for your current body's energy. So tip is avoid mercury fillings, and if you already have mercury fillings, you may want to look into a holistic dentist to get those removed. So avoid mercury is the 4th tip when dealing with decalcifying the pineal gland. 5th tip, and I'm gonna go through this one real quick, is meditation. The more you meditate, it's going to chip away that calcification on your pineal gland. Because you're going into the darkness with yourself, and going within yourself, that process alone is very beneficial for calcifying the pineal gland, because darkness has a way of healing. Whenever you close your eyes, you're going into the darkness and you see with your 3rd eye, which is your pineal gland. Close your 2 physical eyes and just visualize. You're going to see images, you're going to see pictures, you may see colors. That's because your 3rd eye is active, it's working. So in order to produce that more, all you have to do is meditate or increase your meditation practice, and it's automatically, by way of a natural process, going to decalcify your pineal gland. So the 5th tip, meditate more. The 6th tip when dealing with pineal gland decalcification is to take in more chlorophyll enriched supplements. more chlorophyll-enriched supplements. Chlorophyll is akin to melanin. The sun activates plants in order to produce chlorophyll. The sun activates your skin and your body to activate your melanin, so to speak. So whenever you take in chlorophyll-enriched vitamins and supplements, it's automatically going to chip away at the calcification on your pineal gland. Some of my favorite chlorophyll-enriched supplements are blue-green algae, barley, wheatgrass, chlorella, spirulina. Those are some of my favorites. Also, another supplement that's not chlorophyll but is a great supplement for pineal gland decalcification is monatomic gold, or what's called Ethereum gold. So any of those supplements, if you take them along with your regular diet, automatically going to help you decalcify the pineal gland. So chlorophyll is the 6th tip when dealing with pineal gland decalcification. 7th tip on dealing with pineal gland decalcification is to drink or smoke third eye herbs. Now I'm going to make a separate video talk about my favorite herbs for the third eye, but some of the ones I've mentioned now for years are mugwort, Kalia or Kalia zakatachichi, and also gotu kola. Those are 3 good herbs for you to begin smoking or drinking, make it into a herbal tea in order to decalcify your pineal gland. The creator, God, the universe gave us certain herbs to help us basically deal with anything. If you have a kidney ailment, there's a herb for that. If you have heart issues, there's a herb for that. So if you're wanting to decalcify your pineal gland, look up herbs that help decalcify that, or herbs that relate to the pineal gland. Like I said, some of my favorites are mugwort and Kalia zakatachichi by far. Also, you can look up gotu kola. But there's a host of third eye herbs. Also on our website, l9shop.com, el9shop.com, we have mugwort and Kalia for sure. We also have blue lotus flower, which is another great herb for the third eye. So check out our store if you're looking for some fresh organic herbs, or you can basically find them at your local botanical or your online supplier. All right, the 8th tip when dealing with pineal gland decalcification is to wear purple or dark blue clothing, or you can paint your room purple or dark blue, or have that color around you. The reason I'm using those colors is you're talking about the 6th and the 7th chakra. 6 is the third eye of the brow. That's what you want to decalcify. The crown chakra is connected to the third eye. They work in conjunction like all the chakras, but the brow and the crown work really hand in hand. They're like brothers and sisters. So when you wear those clothes, it's going to activate or at least stimulate that particular chakra. So like I said, colors at your crib or your office, start having those colors around. Dark blue or purple is going to help resonate with your third eye, begin to chip away at the decalcification. Now this tip alone probably won't get you to where you want to go, but like I said, if you do this tip in conjunction with 4 or 5 other ones, you're very well on your way to decalcifying your pineal gland. So wearing dark blue or purple is the 8th tip when dealing with pineal gland decalcification. All right, the final tip when dealing with the pineal gland and decalcifying it is play guessing games or psychic games. Play guessing or psychic games. This could be you driving on the highway and guessing the next license plate that you see, or where the state with the state of the next license plate, or you can have somebody go through a deck of cards and you just guess if it's red or black or a particular number. Or you could just play your phone rings and you try to guess who's calling you before you check the call ID. But any kind of guessing game or any kind of game that deals with your psychic ability is automatically going to decalcify your pineal gland. Once again, this alone may not do it for you, but if you're doing 4 or 5 other things I suggest in conjunction with the guessing game, it's going to help decalcify the pineal gland. The key is it's about the process. You're not trying to get things right. It's about you going through this practice. Eventually you'll start having more hits or being correct more, but it's not about that. It's just about you activating and working that third eye. Sort of like lifting weights. Like you may not be able to bench press 300, but if you're consistently hitting 135, you can work your way up to 145. So if you're guessing 5 out of 10 things, eventually you're going to guess 6 out of 10 things, but you're not going to get anywhere if you don't start. So play guessing games. You can play it with a partner or do it by yourself, and people don't even know you're doing it or whatever. But the more you do that, it's going to help decalcify decalcify your pineal gland. So playing guessing game and psychic game is the last tip for pineal gland decalcification. So this has been Ali. If you want to find out more information about myself and what we do, be sure to visit my main website, sallyMyers.com. If you're in need of metaphysical tools, supplies, altar, ritual, magic, natural healing products, and all that good stuff, check out our online metaphysical store, l9shop.com. That's el9shop.com. So until next time, this has been Ali. Peace.